Hey guys, a ton of new Borderlands 3 information was released today, including a new trailer called The Borderlands Are Yours, which shows off a ton of new details, including, as you guys saw in the thumbnail and title, a Maliwan version of Zero. We are going to start with the clip of Zero, discuss it, and then move on to some other interesting pieces of info I picked up from the trailer. Before I get into that though, make sure to follow me on Twitter at HayderHype, and let's get right into it. Let's start by playing the Maliwan Zero clip itself. Now, the clip itself is very short, but we see Zero, or maybe even someone else who looks like Zero, moving towards Reese. Zero himself is now decked out in an all Maliwan suit, which if you've been following Borderlands, you know is currently at war with Atlas over Promethea, and they have sided with the Children of the Vault, while Atlas has sided with the Vault Hunters. I think this scene was added and edited to make it look like Zero has turned on Atlas and Reese, when in reality, I think this probably happens very early in game. What I assume is Zero is taking contract jobs after leaving Pandora and moving on from the other Vault Hunters, and he is hired by Maliwan to kill Reese. When he goes to kill Reese, Reese offers him more money to permanently work with Atlas and to not kill him. This makes the most sense to me. The other option is that Gearbox maybe has finally wrote some actual lore for Zero to show off what Zero is. And that's not bashing Gearbox. Gearbox has tried to keep Zero very mysterious. Maybe they wrote lore to actually say Zero is a robot in this game, which then makes it possible that Maliwan was able to capture him, hack into his mainframe or systems, and make him start working for Maliwan. Either way, it makes for a very interesting dynamic, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. Moving on, there are a ton of small clips and scenes we got that are definitely worth mentioning and you guys don't want to miss out on. So, as I said, the next thing I want to touch on is the planet-destroying weapon. I've already talked about this in my theories video because at the time it wasn't confirmed, but now it looks like some planets will get destroyed in this game. We aren't sure if it will be Pandora or just planets we've never been to, but we see this weapon start to power up. The weapon itself has a purple light and glow, which is very reminiscent to Jack using the Eye of the Destroyer in Borderlands the pre-sequel, and I wonder if this will potentially tie into either the Destroyer or the Battleborn message, which mentioned the Destroyer and asked who the Destroyer was. But whatever is powering this weapon, it's working, and we see the weapon start to light up and it's already facing a planet. One last thing I'll mention is we see some guards around the weapon itself, and one of the Calypso twins' camera robots were there as well, which means the Calypso twins are probably live streaming this, and that's most likely how the Vault Hunters on Pandora see it. Moving forward, we get a look at the Calypso twins in front of what we can probably safely assume to be a dead Vault monster. This was actually a clip that was used in their unreleased E3 trailer, but it was blurry back then. And now we can finally get a clear shot of both Calypso twins obviously celebrating something. We said it's safe to assume they found a vault, opened it, and killed the vault monster and stole its power. And the reason we have this footage is because, once again, they have their camera robots who are recording everything and using it as propaganda for their followers. We know Tyreen can absorb the power of anything she comes in contact with, so that's why they're hunting the vaults, and most likely this is one of the first vaults that they actually got and were able to drain the power. After that, we get a shot of an active vault and a vault monster coming out of it. Now, this is the same vault we have seen over and over again, and now we know what the vault monster on the inside looks like. We also can assume that we will be there for the fight itself. Moving forward, we get a shot of an organic monster, which looks like it could be a vault monster or just a boss from Eden 6. The background itself is definitely Eden 6, and it's possible that this is one of the many bosses or vault monsters we fight on the planet. The monster itself, design-wise for me, is very reminiscent of Battleborn for some reason. As soon as I saw it, that's all I could think of. I know the design is different, but generally that boss looks like something that would show up there, or very reminiscent of Tales from the Borderlands. After that, we get an amazing shot of Aurelia using her ice abilities. Not too much to say there, but it is cool to see what past Vault Hunters look like when using their abilities and when we are not the ones playing them. After that, we go back to this cavernous area that I have previously speculated to be under Athena's. If you guys haven't already, I talked about this so much in my Athena's video. All the triangle shapes and designs have me thinking that this will be under the pyramid on Athena's, and where we will be using the pyramid vault key, which is also confirmed, to open a potential triangle shaped vault. I do not think that's the craziest thing to happen, and I think there are a lot of answers with this area, and I think Gearbox keeps showing it off for a reason. We aren't 100% sure if it is actually under Athena's, but just from everything I can gather, I would say it's pretty safe to assume at this point, and that we could see different shaped vaults rather than just the traditional curve we have been seeing up to this point. If they are willing to change the vault keys, it makes sense to have a different door to open with different keys. Now, these are just a few of the details that stuck out to me during my viewing, and that's where I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and share, subscribe for all things Borderlands, and I will see you guys in the next one.